All right, well, a good afternoon, everyone. It is Tony Delsignore coming to you live from the Finish the Race Car Show here at Calvary Temple in Sterling. I am with the original Tony Delsignore, my dad. It's a privilege to be here with him. The first time he has had his custom 1966 Corvette out here. Dad, it's exciting to be here with you.
It sure is. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. In fact, you know, I have this thing in the garage. I have a sign in the garage that says, "Vision is not seeing things as they are, but as they will be." So this is my 20-year vision behind us right here.
It is absolutely incredible, every nut and bolt. So tell us a little bit about the restoration process and some of the different stories and journeys as you went through this.
Well, I bought the car, believe it or not, in 1996. It was blue. It was an original 66 big block Corvette coupe. It was blue with blue interior, but the body was a little rough on it. Didn't have the 427. So I thought about putting it back original. In fact, I did find an original 427 engine, but that's not me. I like the custom stuff. So that's kind of how the car got its start.
And that engine, Lingenfelter built that for you. Tell us a little bit about the specs on that engine.
Yeah, it's a Lingenfelter 502 motor. It's got a steel crank, a Chevy crank in it, but it's got Lunati rods and 10.5-to-1 JE pistons. It's got a comp cam roller in it. It's got the Dart aluminum cylinder heads and intake. It's basically fully built, balanced, blueprinted. It's 800 horses with about 737 pound-feet of torque. Now, when I bought the motor, it was rated around 735 horses, but with some major ignition, carburetor, and exhaust modifications, I got it up to about 800 horsepower.
That is incredible. Now, tell me a little bit about the wheels and the interior, both custom, very, very unique. Tell me about the wheels first and then the interior.
Well, the neat thing about these wheels, obviously, you know, we got an old 60s car here, so I didn't want to have something that was too modern on the car because, you know, it just doesn't fit right. So obviously the wheel back in the day, the Krager SS's or the Keystone Classics. So I wanted a 5-spoke. So I was looking through magazines one day and I saw these wheels on a 33 Roadster owned by Mark Williams. And Mark Williams basically is the guy that builds all the Top Fuel funny car and dragster rear differential assemblies. And I saw these wheels on the car and all it said was Boyd Coddington wheels. So I called Boyd up and I told him, I said, you know, I really saw these wheels that I really like and I'd like you to build me a pair. And he said, well, you know, I don't know what they are, so send me a picture. So I faxed him a picture. He called me back and said, these are Magnetos. And he said, you know, they're a one-off custom wheel built for Mark. And I said, oh man, my exact words are, oh man, I finally find a set of wheels I really like and I can't get them. And he said, well, not so fast. He said, tell me what you're doing. So remember what I said, it was my vision. The car wasn't even near where it is now. I said, here's my plan. I'm going to do a wide-body Corvette with a big block, slammed, all those kind of things. And, you know, told him a little bit about the car, big, you know, Lingenfelter motor and so on. And he said, well, where do you live? And I said, well, I'm in Virginia. And he said, well, Mark's in California. He said, you guys will never see each other. So he said, you know what, I'll build you a pair. So I got really excited about that. But then I thought, oh my gosh, your mother, my wife, is going to kill me because, you know, one-off custom wheels, you can get $5,000, $6,000 a piece in these wheels. So he said, what size do you want? And I told him, I said, I want to run 17s all the way around. And he said, well, that's good because the hoops or the rim for the 17s I stock. But he said, if you went bigger than that, that's where we get into the money. The long story short, I gave him all the specs of the wheels I wanted. I'm running 17 by 11s on the back, 17 by 9.5s on the front. So he said, let me work you up a price and I'll call you back. So he did. And when he called me, I was really excited, but at the same time I thought, oh, I'm going to get murdered for this. Well, he gave me a deal that was just like absolutely ridiculous on these wheels. Nowhere near what you'd pay for a set of custom wheels. I basically paid for these wheels what you'd pay for a regular wheel, pretty much. You know, I'm not afraid to tell you, they were about $700 a piece, which for a custom billet wheel is very, very inexpensive. So that's the story behind the wheels. I also did find out that there was only 3 sets of these ever made, so they're very rare.
That is awesome. So real quick, wrapping this up, tell me a little bit about the body work, who did that for you, and then the interior.
Well, the body, as you see, the body's actually 7 inches wider in the back. So basically what we did was that I didn't want to tub it because before I had this car, I had a Pro Street Chevy 2 that was tubbed, you know, with the big wheels, and the inner fender wells were done. And I wanted that my vision for this car was basically keeping it looking all stock appearing. So I had the idea but couldn't do the work. Well, the man I used, Tom McGuckin from Rapidan, Virginia, TM Restorations, did the body and paint work. So I said, Tom, here's what I would like to do. Can we do this? And he said, you know what? There's only one way to find out. Let's give it a shot. So he's been working on fiberglass cars for 35 plus years. So he got the panel saw out and cut the quarters off the car, and I'm standing there like, oh my gosh, what did I do? So basically what we did was that we moved each quarter panel out 3.5 inches on each side, made these little braces, glassed it all back in, split the rear bumpers, put a 3.5 inch piece in the bumper on each side. The rear valence between the taillights he widened. Then, of course, now the back of the car is wide, but the doors went like this. So we had to do some major mods to the doors by basically cutting the door skins in several different ways on the car and moving those out to meet the body. And then glass that back in and then put a little mild flare on the front fender. So when you look at the car from the side, it looks all original. All the same body lines are there. Plus I shaved the door handles and put poppers on it, so it makes it kind of custom that way. So, but Tom did a great job on the body and paint.
Yeah, Tom is phenomenal. And then lastly, the interior. Who did that for you?
King's Auto Upholstery down in Roanoke, Freddie King. And I wanted the Java leather to go with the red, which is a really good color with the red. And he came up with the design. In fact, when you see the inside, you'll see that 66 Corvettes have 3 fender slits on them like a 65. Well, he tied that red into the interior with 3 little nice red slash marks, if you will, or slashes on the interior. So Freddie did a phenomenal job on it.
It is absolutely beautiful from top to bottom, and we are so excited for you to have it out here, and look forward to many more Finish the Race car shows here. And it's Tony and Tony signing out for now.